Hi, this is Stephanie from the PUC. It looks like we have a couple people that joined the Zoom for the show cause hearing. If you can change your screen name to your first and last name and also the company that you are with, so we can keep track of who's here and what business. And then also, if you are planning on presenting any evidence, any documents during the hearing, I need to know that as well. For any of the respondents that are on the Zoom today, if you can change your first and last name on the screen to or change your screen name to first and last and also the company that you are representing. And let me know if you are going to be submitting any documents for the judge to review today.
Excuse me, it's Indale. How we can present the document?
Do you have documents that you need to?
I just about I do have insurance. I don't know how do I get this
Okay.
notice from you.
First of all, I'm sorry. First of all, can you tell me the business that you're with?
Yes, L&D, Limo LLC.
Okay. Can you change your screen name?
Okay, yeah, I will.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A bit easier for me to find on the list.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, L&D Limo, is that right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Change it back to your first and your last name and then also the company name.
Okay. That works?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if you can tell me, you'll have to spell it and spell it slowly. I need an email address so that I can send you, we use box.com to upload documents to, so we can share them on the screen. It has to be in a PDF format for you to upload into the file. Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I can do that. How do I get your email?
You have to tell me your email and then I'll send it.
Okay, all right, yeah. D like dog, A like apple, G like Georgia.
I'm sorry,
G like George.
George. Okay.
I like India.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just made a mistake. This starts from L like Lima, E like Echo, V like Victoria. I like India.
Okay.
D like David, A like Apple, G like George, I like India, L like Lima, again L, Lima, I at gmail.com.
I'm gonna have to respell or say that back to you.
Levi Dagi LLC at gmail.com.
Hold on one second. DAGILEVIDAGI L-I@gmail.com?
No. LEVIDILLC@gmail.com.
Okay, so it's Levi, DADILLC dot.
Yes, DAGI.
Oh, okay.
Levi, DAGILLC@gmail.com.
I'm sorry, you said two different things there. So it's
Yeah,
Levi.
is there any option to chat on chat?
No, there's not on this Zoom. So it's
Okay.
Levi, LEVIDAG.
I
Okay.
LLC@gmail.com.
So Levi, DAGILLC@gmail.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I just need a minute because there's other people on the line as well. Hold on.
Okay.
So I'll send you that link in just a minute.
Okay.
Okay. And then it looks like Amari Rhoda.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, do you have documents that you're going to be presenting on the record today?
What kind of documents?
Anything that you want the judge to see today? Any paper?
Oh, I don't have any paper for now, but I have a question now.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I have a question. I don't have the paper now.
We're not going to start yet. I'm just trying to get a roll call and see who's here. The judge will go over how the hearing's going to work and that type of thing. But I just needed to know if you had any documents to present. And it sounded like no.
Oh, no, I don't have any document now.
And they'll let you speak. But we're just trying to get this situated first.
Okay.
Okay, and it looks like Bibek Garong, are you going to be presenting any documents today? You're muted if you're trying to talk.
Are you talking with me?
No. Bibek Garung. All right, we'll just go to the one that's not labeled. Someone is signed on. It says Zoom user. Who is that, please?
Oh, that's me. I just changed my name, I guess.
Okay.
Hello?
Do you hear me? I'm sorry.
Wait, there's two people talking. So is this
Sorry.
Bibek?
Yeah, you called my name earlier.
Okay,
so
yes. So what you'll need to change your screen name to show your first and last name and also the company that you're with. And then let me know if you have any documents that you're going to be presenting in court today.
Well, I already have insurance. That's what question I was gonna ask you. I don't know, they send it to you or no, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. What company are you with? You haven't changed your name.
I am with Bibex Transportation LLC.
Okay. Okay, let me just check on something. So I'll be back to you, Mr. Groom. If you can change your screen name though, that would be helpful. And then it looks like
Okay. I'll come back then. Okay. I'll come back.
Yes, thank you. And then it looks like dollar.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's me.
Perfect. And then are you going to have any documents to present today?
Yes, I have a question. What is this court for? I'm very unaware of.
Well, the judge will go over that once we start. This is for insurance or not having insurance.
Not having insurance for what? I do have insurance.
Okay, what company are you with? You're with Luxury Rides?
Luxury, right? So basically what happened was I opened
hold on. We haven't started yet. The judge hasn't started yet, so we're just trying to figure out if you have documents that you need to present today.
No, I do not.
Okay. And then it looks like Brant Gilbert has signed on. Brant, if you can change your first and or your screen name to your first and last name and also the company that you were with. And then tell me if you are gonna have any documents to present. And if you're talking, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Okay, here we go.
There you go.
I mean, outside of the actual insurance documents that I have of my filing, I mean, I've
What
called them
company? What company are you with?
Denver Elite Black Car. I've been on the phone with them for the past, I don't know, since Wednesday. And every single day they say, oh, it'll only take 24 hours to do the filing.
Okay.
I'm like, perfect. I call them back the next day and it's still not done. I mean, I've got so many escalated calls and I don't know. I can't force them to do it. They keep saying that. They're like, well, we have it filed with the state.
Sorry,
I'm like, you don't.
Mr. Gilbert, we haven't started. The judge isn't on. I'm just trying to preliminary get everyone on the line and make sure that everyone who is going to present documents today gets a link so they can upload their documents.
Okay, so uploading my insurance documents, is that, I mean, I know that doesn't help me get it filed, but shows proof that I have
Denver Elite?
Denver Elite, yes.
Okay. So let me just pause and check with the judge and see if he wants to start or if he wants me to work with the parties that are on the line. Hold on one second. Looks like someone just joined the Zoom that's on the phone. It starts with 303 and ends in 085. Who is that?
This is Joaquin Varela.
Joaquin what? I'm sorry.
Joaquin Varela.
Okay. And what company are you with?
M&J Towing.
M as in Mary?
M as in, Mary, and the symbol N, J, Towing.
Hold on one second.
And how did you spell your last name?
V as Victor, A-R-E-L-A.
Mr. Varela, are you going to have any documents to present today?
I don't even know what this is all about, so I just got an email last night, so this is what I'm doing.
Okay. Judge, it sounds like there might be one person that has documents to present, and I can send him the invitation now for the box.com. Oh, someone else just joined the call. Mr. Varela, I'm going to change your screen name, and then I'll verify with you just to make sure that it's okay.
Okay.
And it was Joaquin Varela at M&J Towing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then someone else just joined the call. It starts with 720 and ends in 538. Who is that? Whoever's on the other line that ends in 538, you're muted. Who's on the line with 720 ends in 538? Who has called in for the hearing? It looks like you just muted yourself back. If you can unmute yourself, 720 and ends in 538, and tell me your name and the company you're with.
You're talking to me?
Yes, yes. What's your name?
Ali, A-L-I.
And your last name?
Omar, O-M-A-R.
And what business are you with?
Goulet Transportation.
Okay, hold on one second. Okay, and I'm going to change the screen name just so it shows your name and your business. Hold on one second.
Okay, you're kind of broken up because maybe you speak on a speaker. I can barely hear you.
So I have your name as Ali Omar, A-L-I-O-M-A-R, with Goulet Transport LLC?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, and Judge, I'm gonna send the box info for L&D Limo now. And I think that's it.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're just waiting for my clerk to send the document uploading information to whom, Stephanie?
It looks like it's going to be Endel Yodoro with L&D Limo.
Thank you. Okay, I see it. All right, that should be completed very shortly, and we'll start immediately thereafter. Stephanie, please confirm that you've sent the upload link, and we'll go from there.
It'll just take me one more minute and I'll let you know. Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Yodoro, I just sent you, it will be a link not coming from myself yet, but it's coming from box.com. So if you haven't received it in your email, please check your spam. But it's going to be a box.com invitation, and then that's the file that you can upload your documents to that you want to present today.
Yeah, I got your invitation.
So, Mr. Eudoro, kindly upload whatever documents you want me to consider.
Yeah, just this is my insurance. That's the only thing I do have.
That's fine. Whatever you have, whatever you want me to consider, please upload it. And
okay.
With that, let's please start. I'm sorry for the delay, everybody. We, as you could, for those who have been connected, you could see that it's It's been a little busy trying to get everybody's information and knowing whether they want to upload any or for me to consider any documents. So that's the reason for starting a little bit late. Ms. Boulay and Ms. Congo, could you please confirm that you're both ready?
This is Tracy and I'm ready.
This is Stephanie, I'm ready.
Thanks so much. I am now calling proceeding number 23C-0545-INS. This is the Commission's bi-weekly show cause proceeding set by notices and complaints to individual respondents. Today is November 22nd, 2023. It is now 12:10 p.m. My name is Aviv Segev, and I'm the administrative law judge assigned to hear this case. I want to inform or remind the attendees on this Zoom session that it is the Commission's practice to webcast legal proceeding and that both the audio and video feeds of this proceeding are being webcasted. We're also recording the hearing, and we have a court reporter who is transcribing everything that is being said in this hearing. To avoid background noise, please keep your microphones muted until it is your turn to speak. When you do speak, please try to speak loudly and clearly and do not talk over one another so that we can get a good record. Zoom has a chat function. I'm asking that you do not use this feature to try to get my attention during the hearing. I do see that Mr. Varela has raised his hand. Go ahead, Mr. Varela. I apologize.
No, I wasn't raising my hand. I was trying to put it on mute.
Okay. Okay, I muted you, and if you could unraise your or lower your hand, if you could, that would be great, just so that it doesn't pop up. Perfect. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I was able to do that. I'm not sure if it was easy to do on the phone, but
either way, thank you very much, Stephanie. I appreciate that. With that, let's please start with entries of appearance. Let's start with you, Ms. Hayden.
Your Honor, I'm Jennifer Hayden, Assistant Attorney General with the Department of Law, representing trial staff. With me is Marquita Riley.
Thank you very much. Now, in no particular order other than the one that appears on my screen, Mr. Eudoro, please please introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and on behalf of what company you're appearing here today.
Yeah, my first name is Indale, last name Yodoro. I am with the company L&D Limo LLC.
Indale Eudoro. Thank you very much. Let's see here. You do have a document, and have you uploaded it yet?
I'm trying to upload. Just I got the invitation, the link.
Okay.
Trying to upload. Yeah.
Very good. Please continue to try, and I will move on, and we'll get to you shortly. Well, after staff has had the opportunity to present its case. Let's see. The next individual that appears on my kindly mute yourself, Mr. Eudoro. The next individual that appears on my screen is Mr. Varela. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us on behalf of what company you're appearing? Mr. Varela.
Joaquin Varela with M&J Towing Services, LLC.
Thank you very much. And you've mentioned that you do not have any documents that you want me to consider today. Is that correct?
No, I didn't know this was a court hearing. I just got an email last night about this, so this is new to me right now.
Understood. You will have your opportunity to tell me everything you want me to know. But for the time being, I will move on to kindly mute yourself, and I will move on to the next person on my screen. Mr. Roda, can you please introduce yourself and tell us on behalf of what company you're appearing?
Thank you, Judge. Yeah, my name is Amara. On behalf of DAS Tran LLC. So I got the permit.
I understand. I will give you the opportunity to tell me everything you want me to know. But let's wait with that. So I appreciate you introducing yourself. Kindly mute yourself for the time being, and I will move. Thank you so much, and I will move on to the next respondent, Mr. Gurung. I see that you unmuted yourself. Please introduce yourself and tell us on behalf of what company you're appearing.
Yeah, my first name Vivek, last name Grung. I am with the Vivex Transportation LLC.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gurung. There is an individual identified by the name of Zoom user. Could that person please introduce him or herself and tell us on behalf of what company something changed? There's no longer a Zoom user.
Yes, it's me.
Is this Mr. Latipov?
Yes, Daily Lutzpo.
Daily Latipov. Please introduce yourself and tell us on behalf of what company you're appearing.
Hi, my name is Daily Lutzpo, and my company is Luxury Rights LLC.
Luxury?
Rights LLC.
Thank you very much for that. I believe that this is all of the respondents that are on this call. If I missed, actually it is not. Mr. Omar, would you kindly introduce yourself and tell us on behalf of what company you're appearing?
Hi, my name is Ali Omar. My company is Gole Transport LLC.
Okay. I now believe that all the respondents on the call have introduced themselves. Is that correct? If not, please let me know just by making a sound, telling me that you want to introduce yourself.
I have not been able to introduce myself.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Gilbert. Please introduce yourself and tell us on behalf of what company you're appearing. I apologize.
Yes, my name is Brent Gilbert. Business is Denver Elite Black Car LLC.
It's an Elite Black Car LLC. Is that what you said?
That is correct.
Thank you. All right. I now believe that all the respondents introduced themselves. Just so that we may be able to let those who do not need to be here go, let me ask Ms. Hayden now. Are all individuals, all of the respondents that are on this call, does staff still seek to revoke the permit or authority of all of those, all of them?
No, Your Honor. The Department of Law is not proceeding on Bibex Transportation. That case was previously dismissed.
Okay, understood. So, Mr. Gurung, did you hear that? That means that this proceeding, I'm sorry, is not applicable to you. Staff is not seeking to revoke any permit or authority you may have in this proceeding, so you are free to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you that earlier, but okay. I was waiting. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Mhm.
Ms. Hayden, is that the only respondent that staff is not seeking to proceed against in this proceeding?
Your Honor, that was the respondent who was present in the courtroom. The Department of Law is not seeking to proceed against Limo Ride, one word, LLC. Although not present, that case also has been dismissed.
Okay, we'll get there when I'm assuming when Ms. Riley would be on the stand if you so seek to obtain her testimony today. But of the ones present today, there was the only one, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. So with that in mind, let me see. I will now explain how this proceeding will work. First, since the commission staff filed the complaints in this matter, the staff has the burden to prove that the allegations in the complaints are true. This means that staff will present the evidence first. This usually comes in the form of witness testimony and documents that staff may present as exhibits. You, the respondents that are on this call, will have the opportunity to ask staff's witness questions. And if any documents are presented by staff to be admitted into evidence, I will give you, each of the respondents, the opportunity to object, to give me a legal reason for why the document should not be admitted into evidence, if you have such an objection to make. You're not required to make an objection, and this is also not the opportunity for you to present your case or your side of the story quite yet. Once the commission staff presented its evidence, it will be your turn, each of the respondents, to present your case. If you have documents that you would like me to consider, you could do that at that point in time. And I'm assuming that since you all joined this Zoom session, all of you would want to testify, and therefore I will ask each of the respondents that are connected to this Zoom session whether you would like to testify and what evidence you would like me to hear. Let me see here. Mr. Eudoro, have you been able to upload whatever document or documents you would like me to consider?
Yes, Judge, I already uploaded.
Okay, very good. I appreciate that. All right, with all of that in mind, let's move on to the evidentiary portion of the hearing. Ms. Hayden, is staff ready to present its evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may call your first witness.
Your Honor, a staff calls Marquita Riley to the stand.
Okay. Ms. Riley, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you. Please go ahead, Ms. Hayden.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Can you please state and spell your name for the record?
Marquita Riley, Marquita Riley.
Who is your current employer?
The Public Utilities Commission.
And what is your job title?
I'm the program assistant for the transportation unit.
What is your role in this proceeding?
I help to review the commission records and coordinate with staff for these proceedings against motor carriers that do not have current effective levels of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
Do the commission statutes and the rules require motor carriers to file evidence of financial responsibility with the commission?
Yes.
Can you tell us which statutes or rules require motor carriers to have evidence of financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008 requires motor carriers to file and maintain evidence of financial responsibility with the commission.
What needs to be provided to the commission to show financial responsibility?
Per Rule 6008, motor carriers must electronically file certain forms, such as a Form E, as evidence of financial responsibility.
And how long does this evidence of financial responsibility remain in effect?
Per the Rule 6008 requires that each insurance company give the commission a 30-day advance written notice when insurance is being canceled or not renewed.
And what is the next step when you receive a notification of cancellation or non-renewal?
We use the commission's OpRights database to compile a list of motor carriers that we have seen advance written notice of cancellation.
Can we please take a look at Exhibit 1? Ms. Riley, were the exhibits for today's hearing provided to the respondents?
Yes.
And can you look at what has previously been marked as hearing Exhibit 1?
Yes.
Please, thanks.
Sorry.
Please, that's okay, sorry. Please describe this document.
This is the initial hearing cycle listing that contains the names of the motor carriers that the commission received notice that their financial responsibility was going to expire.
Who prepared this list?
Commission staff.
How is it prepared?
We use the commission's OpRights database to compile this list.
And when did staff prepare this list?
On October 3rd, 2023.
Can you describe where the date appears on Exhibit 1?
Yes, it's on the bottom right corner.
And what is that date?
November 3rd, 2023.
Okay. Does the commission create a hearing cycle listing like the one we see in Exhibit 1 as part of the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain documents like Exhibit 1 as part of its business record in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 1.
Mr. Eudoro, Mr. Gilbert, Mr. Omar, Mr. Rhoda, Mr. Lapido, and Mr. Varela. Do any of you have an objection to what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 1 being introduced into evidence? If each of you could reply with a verbal, let's just go one by one. Mr. Eudoro, do you have a legal objection to hearing Exhibit 1 being admitted into evidence?
No.
Thank you. Mr. Gilbert, same question. All right. Mr. Gilbert, if you replied, we did not hear you. You need to unmute yourself. Mr. Omar, same question.
Nope.
Thank you. Mr. Rhoda, same question.
Nope.
Mr. Lapido, same question.
Nope.
And Mr. Varela, same question.
No.
All right. Now let's go back to Mr. Gilbert. I do not believe I heard a verbal yes or no from you, or you.
No objection.
All right. Thank you. Hearing Exhibit 1 is admitted.
And Your Honor, to complete the record, could we please scroll through the 12 pages that make up Exhibit 1?
Of course. Thank you.
And Ms. Riley, based on this list, what action did the commission take?
The commission sent a letter to each respondent.
Thank you. Can we please take down Exhibit number 1, please? Can we please take a look at Exhibit number 2? Ms. Riley, I'd like to direct your attention to what has been marked as hearing Exhibit 2. What are these documents?
These are the copies of the letters sent to each respondent on today's updated list.
And what does this information in the letters tell the respondents?
The letter explains that all operations under its authority may be suspended as of the date the insurance expires, unless proof of proper insurance is submitted to the commission. It also provides notice of today's hearing to each respondent, and that if proper evidence financial responsibility is not submitted to the commission, then its authority may be permanently revoked.
When did the commission send these letters?
On November 3rd, 2023.
Is it part of the practice of the commission to create letters like these in the regular course of its business activity?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain letters like Exhibit 2 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 2 into evidence.
Mr. Eudoro, do you have a legal objection to what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 2 being admitted into evidence?
No.
Mr. Gilbert, same question. Mr. Gilbert, you need to. Thank you. Mr. Omar, same question.
No.
Mr. Rhoda, same question.
No.
Mr. Ito, same question.
No.
Mr. Varela, same question.
No.
Hearing
No.
exhibit, thank you very much. Hearing exhibit 2 is admitted.
Your Honor, for completeness of the record, I'd like to continue to scroll through Exhibit 2 to page 35. Thank you. Let the record reflect we have scrolled through the 35 pages that make up Exhibit 2. If we could please take that down. Ms. Riley, does the commission require motor carriers to establish and maintain a designated agent?
Yes, per Rule 6006 requires that motor carriers establish and maintain a designated agent.
And were these notice letters sent to the addresses of the designated agents provided to the commission?
Yes, they were.
And how did the commission serve these letters?
Through first class postal mail.
Can we take a look at Exhibit 3? Ms. Riley, please describe this document.
This is the attachment sent with each notice letter in Exhibit 2. It contains information about the electronic hearing and instructions on how to participate in today's video conference hearing.
When was this attachment sent to the respondents?
The attachment was sent with each notice letter in Exhibit 2 on November 3rd, 2023.
Is it the commission's standard practice to include this attachment with the notification letters to the respondent when it holds an electronic hearing?
Yes.
Did the commission create this attachment in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain attachments like Exhibit 3 in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit hearing Exhibit 3.
Mr. Eudora, do you have a legal objection to what's been marked as hearing exhibit 3 being admitted into evidence?
No.
Mr. Gilbert, same question.
No objection.
Mr. Omar, same question.
No.
Mr. Rhoda, same question.
No.
Mr. Lapidov, same question.
Nope.
Mr. Varela, same question.
No.
Thank you all. Hearing exhibit 3 is admitted.
Thank you. Did we scroll through this already? I might have missed that. We did.
Yes, I did at the beginning, but I can again if you'd like.
No. If we've done it, let's move on. Thank you.
Okay.
If we can take this down. Now let's talk about what has previously been marked as hearing Exhibit 4. Can we please take a look at the Certificate of Service, Exhibit 4? Ms. Riley, please describe this document.
This is a certificate of service for each notice letter and attachment sent to each respondent.
And did the commission create this certificate in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain certificates like this in the regular course of its business?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves to admit Exhibit 4.
Mr. Eudoro, do you have an objection to what's been marked as hearing exhibit 4 being admitted into evidence?
No, Judge.
Mr. Gilbert, same question.
No objection.
Mr. Omar, same question.
No, sir.
Mr. Rhoda, same question.
No.
Mr. Lapidov, same question.
No, sir.
Mr. Varela, same question.
No.
Thank you. Hearing what's been marked as hearing exhibit 4 is admitted.
The language on the certificate states whose name and addresses appear below. And below that it states, see hearing cycle listing. Are these statements referring to the original hearing cycle listing in Exhibit 1?
Yes.
Can we please return to Exhibit 2, which is the notice letter? The letter informs the respondent about what happens if it can provide evidence of insurance or surety coverage before the hearing. If the commission receives evidence of insurance or surety coverage, what happens?
Then we do not proceed against that particular respondent and dismiss them from the hearing cycle listing.
And did staff create an updated hearing cycle listing for today's hearing?
Yes.
Can we please pull up Exhibit 5? Ms. Riley, if we could take a look at what was previously been marked as a hearing Exhibit 5. Please describe this document.
This is the updated hearing cycle listing for today's date. It contains the names of the respondents that we still do not have proper evidence of financial responsibility on file with the commission.
And did staff create this list the same way as you described for hearing Exhibit 1?
Yes.
Who created this document?
Commission staff did.
When was it created?
This was created yesterday, November 21st, 2023.
And did the commission create this hearing cycle listing in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Is it the practice of the commission to maintain the updated hearing cycle listing in Exhibit 5 as part of its records in the regular course of its business activities?
Yes.
Your Honor, staff moves for the admission of Exhibit 5.
Mr. Eudora, do you have a legal objection to the admission of what's been marked as hearing Exhibit 5?
No.
Mr. Gilbert, same question.
No.
Mr. Omar, same question.
No, sir.
Mr. Rhoda, same question.
No objection.
Mr. Lapidov, same question.
Nope.
Mr. Varela, same question.
No.
Hearing Exhibit 5 is admitted.
Thank you. Let the record reflect we have scrolled through the 7 pages that consist Exhibit 5. Did staff send a letter to all motor carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
Yes.
And do the addresses listed here in hearing Exhibit 5 match the carrier addresses in hearing Exhibit 2?
Yes.
When is the last time you checked to see if there were any change in the status of carriers in Exhibit 5?
This morning, November 22nd, 2023.
And are you aware of any pending applications affecting a common and contract carriers listed in hearing Exhibit 5?
No, we don't have any pending applications at this time.
Does staff recommend dismissing any carriers listed here in Exhibit 5?
Yes, we do have one dismissal. That is for Limo Ride LLC.
Okay. Are you aware of any letters returned to the
permit
commission?
number LL-03652? We did have one return mail. That is for Ministry LLC. There were no other addresses listed on file to remail out.
Okay, so were you able to verify whether that address matched the one in the system?
Yes.
Okay. And did you attempt to notice the carrier in any other manner?
No, ma'am.
If we could take down Exhibit number 5, please. When does the decision made after this hearing become a final commission decision?
The recommended decision will become a final commission decision 20 days after the administrative law judge issues the recommended decision if no exceptions are being filed.
What happens if a carrier provides proof of insurance before the decision becomes a final order of the commission?
Then the recommended decision will not be enforced against that particular respondent.
And what is staff's recommendation today?
Staff recommends that the certificate of permit numbers listed on hearing Exhibit 5 be revoked due to lack of financial responsibility as required by law, except for Limo Ride LLC.
Thank you, Ms. Riley. I have nothing further for this witness.
Thank you. Now I will give each of the respondents an opportunity to cross-examine or ask Ms. Riley questions based on her testimony. I will go again one by one and ask you if you have any questions for Ms. Riley. Let's start with you, Mr. Eudora. do you have any questions for Ms. Riley?
Yes, Judge, thank you for your time. And since I got this email last night, I didn't aware that my company is not under this situation because I do have insurance fully covered. And since I got this email, I have contacted with my insurance agent, and they told me that you are under insured and you don't need to do anything. And finally, what they told me that is, as you see on my insurance, stamp.
Mr.
Yes.
Eudoro, it is not quite yet your turn to tell me, your side of the story. I asked if you had any questions for Ms. Riley.
No, I don't.
Oh, that's okay. I will give you all the time that you need to. I think I understand what you're saying, but I will go back to you and give you all the time that you need to tell me what you want me to know. At this point, I'm only asking whether you have any questions to Ms. Riley, and it appears you do not. So let me move on to the next respondent. And by the way, it appears that you've accepted the clerk's invitation, the box.com invitation, but have not uploaded any documents yet. So again, if you would like me to consider any documents, you need to upload the documents through that link that was mailed to you. With that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I did upload it. It says it's uploaded on my side.
On our side, it doesn't appear that it has been. So please try to. I'll move on to the other respondents, and then I'll circle back with you. But just for the sake of expediency and everybody's time here, let's move on to Mr. Gilbert. And Mr. Gilbert, do you have any questions for Ms. Riley? Cross-examination.
I have no questions.
Thank you very much. Mr. Omar, do you have cross-examination questions for Ms. Riley?
I just want to know if my company is suspended.
Is that a question for Ms. Riley?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Riley, please try to answer the question to the best of your ability.
Mr. Omar, we can gladly check. You're more than welcome to call the office to see if your insurance has been updated or not. I don't know if you want me to check now and let everyone know, but you're more than welcome to give me a call and speak with me directly after today's hearing, if you would like.
Which number? The same number that I call?
My direct number is 303-894.
Hold on. Let me get the pen and write it down. It's better move.
And
sorry, what is it?
All of the respondents, I'm sorry, Ms. Riley, before you respond, all of the respondents who are connected to this call might want to make note of this number so that Ms. Riley does not have to repeat it. Please go ahead, Ms. Riley.
Sure. My direct number is 303-894-5951.
303-894-5951.
That's correct.
Got it. And what's your name?
My name is Marquita Riley.
Okay. Move on then. I got it.
Mr. Omar, are these all the questions you had for Ms. Riley?
Well, it all depends if my company is suspended or not. Then I will have questions then, not now.
Okay. All right, let's move on to Mr. Rhoda. Do you have any questions for Ms. Riley?
No, I don't know.
Thank you. Mr. Lapidov, do you have any cross-examination questions for Ms. Riley?
Your Honor, I have a question. What is this for? I don't really know. What is this hearing for?
The staff presented its evidence, and the evidence that staff presented, staff is trying to show what permits should be, if any, should be permits or authorities should be suspended or revoked based on the respondent's failure to provide a commission that required proof of insurance documentation. So this is what it is about. If you were paying attention to the presentation of staff evidence, that's what it was about. My question to you right now is whether you have any questions for Ms. Riley.
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you all. All right. Mr. Eudoro, it does appear that you've uploaded the document and we have access to it. So please, I'm sorry. Just one, I neglected to, sorry, Zoom is not opening on my screen for some reason. Can everybody still hear me?
Yeah. Yes, Judge,
Yes.
we can see you and hear you.
Okay, very good. I apologize for that. Do you have any, Ms. Hayden, do you have any redirect for Ms. Riley?
No, Your Honor. Staff rests.
Okay. Ms. Riley, you're excused. Thank you for your testimony. Now it will be each of the respondents' turn to present their evidence. So let's please start, and I will give Ms. Hayden the same opportunity to object to the introduction of any exhibits that each of the respondents may want to introduce into evidence in this matter. Mr. Eudoro, since you're here and you've already started telling you about your situation, I'm assuming you want to testify. Is that correct?
Yes.
Would you please raise your right hand? If you could okay, very good.
Okay.
Turn on your camera is what I meant to say. If you could raise your right hand and respond to this question, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. I believe you've already. Please spell your last name for the record.
Yodoru.
Okay. Now you may tell me anything you want me to know or consider in this case.
Yes, Judge. Yeah, as I said earlier, I didn't know about the situation, but since I got this email last night from PUC, I have contacted with my insurance agent. They told me that my insurance was paid and covered until like New Year. And when I asked them after the end of this spread, they are not going to do commercial insurance. What they told me that, but until the end of this year insurance spread, until it's expired, you are okay. You don't need to do anything. What they told me that, and I was just I didn't aware that from the email little thing, I feel what's going on. I was confused, and I'm glad I got the answer from you, both of you guys. And that's what I want to tell you. I also uploaded my insurance, and it's not expired, and also is paid everything until the end of the, I think end of New Year, until it will be expired around January. So that all they told me. I spoke with my insurance agent this morning, and I don't know what I have to do on my side next time.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you have, I know you do have at least one document that you want me to consider. Is there more than one document? Because you've uploaded.
Yes. Yes, I did it. Yes, I uploaded two documents. One is PUC and one is my insurance. I mean,
Okay.
insurance
All right.
card.
All right. So, Stephanie, will you kindly put on the insurance card, displayed on the screen?
So the insurance card he actually sent to me through an email from the
Okay.
box.com instructions. The other one I can put either one on the screen, whichever you'd like.
Wait, which one, Mr. Eudoro? Which one would you like to
PUC is the first one.
PUC? Okay. So the
Yeah,
one that
PUC.
was uploaded through the box.com, Stephanie, if you would, please. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one.
Mr. Eudoro, can you please describe what this document is?
It's all about the commercial insurance. They since the commercial insurance worked with the PUC, Colorado Public Utility Commission, we do have to have insured and to load the customer, and that's like a safety for the
I'm sorry, Mr.
transportation.
Eudora, could you please repeat that last sentence that you said?
I said just state of my insurance is working with state of Colorado, maybe the PUC or Colorado Public Utility Commission. So since we do work on the transportation or commercial insurance, we should have this insurance fully covered.
Okay, but can you tell me how did you obtain this? How and when did you obtain this document?
It was last year. Since last year, my insurance is there, still is active. I'm paying months.
I understand. I'm only asking questions. I'm trying to, since you are presenting this document, I'm assuming you want me to admit it into evidence. In order for me to admit it into evidence, you need to provide me some background around it. What this document is, how did you come into the possession, who authored this document, and so on. So the questions I'm asking you, I'm not trying to be annoying, and I'm not trying to interrupt. I just want to know what this document is, and how and when did you obtain possession of this document?
Okay, this document is for a commercial insurance. For the P.
Well, how did you? I'm assuming you printed it. Is that correct, or you have a PDF copy of it? How did this come about? How did you get the copy?
It's from the agent from the State Farm.
Okay,
State Farm
so your
insurance.
State Farm agent emailed this to you, I'm assuming?
Yes.
And when did the State Farm agent email this document to you?
They sent me this one. It was on my email. I just found it now. And I just I spoke with them about the situation, and they sent me the other one, the insurance card. So I do have app also. I can print out from the State Farm app also.
Okay. And when, on what day was it emailed to you?
Oh, I just printed out this one from my email.
I understand, but when was this email? I'm assuming it was sent as an attachment to an email by your State Farm agent. When did your State Farm agent attach it to an email and email this document to you?
Oh, when I started with them insurance, when I started the insurance from them.
So last year?
Last year, yeah.
Do you have a date?
20, yeah, it's January 2023. It has on the file.
Okay. January 20th, 2023. Okay, just hold on just one quick moment. Ms. Hayden, does staff have, I'm assuming you want me to admit it into this document into evidence in this case. Is that correct? Mr. Eudoro?
Yes, yes.
You want me to, okay. Ms. Hayden, does staff have an objection to what will be marked as hearing exhibit, let's call it 200 into evidence?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Hearing, what will be marked as hearing exhibit 200 and is titled Form E Uniform Motor Carrier Bodily Injury and Property Damage Liability Certificate of Insurance is admitted into evidence, again, will be marked as hearing exhibit 200. Is there any other information, Mr. Eudoro, that you would like me to know about this document?
No, it's all about this one. It just I don't have. There's no another thing. It's all about on the file.
Okay. Very good, Mr. Eudoro. I believe you emailed an additional document to my clerk. Is that correct? Your insurance card, perhaps.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Would Stephanie, would you please present it on the screen? And
Judge, am I able to put headers on this as well?
Mr. Eudoro, would you have and Ms. Hayden, would you have any objection to inputting any headers on this on the exhibits?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Eudoro, would you be okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. Then Stephanie, please go ahead if you need to.
I'll do that afterwards. I just wanted to make sure we were good.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so Mr. I will ask you some of the same annoying questions, Mr. Eudoro. Again, if you would like me to consider certain documents into evidence, I need to know how and when you came into possession of them and what they reflect. So, could you describe what this document that we're looking at right now, how and when you came into possession of this document?
Yeah, this one is a State Farm Insurance, and it's for commercial insurance as well. And I do have, I don't know how do I show you. I do have a State Farm app, and so I just
you obtained it by
I just printed out this one.
I'm sorry, I apologize that you got cut off and I interrupted you because I did not hear you speak. But you just to clarify, you've obtained this document on your phone by going to the State Farm application on your phone. Is that correct? And then and then searching for your proof of insurance, and then and then screenshotting that proof of insurance, and then sending it as an attachment to my clerk. Is that correct?
Exactly.
And when did you do that?
This one is like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, about 5 minutes ago. Ms. Hayden, do you have an objection to what will be marked as hearing exhibit 201 being admitted into that is a copy of the Colorado insurance card of Mr. and Dale Eudoro being admitted into evidence?
No, Your Honor.
So what the Colorado insurance card that currently appears on the screen and will be marked as hearing exhibit 201 is admitted into evidence. Anything else, Mr. Eudoro, that you would like me to know about this document or anything else?
No, Judge.
Thank you. I appreciate your time. If you hold on until the end of this hearing, at the end of this hearing, I will give you an advisement that you might want to take note of, just so that you know what you might need to do to avoid any revocation of your permit or authority. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Mr. Gilbert, please, if you could display yourself on our screen or turn on your camera. And Mr. Eudoro, thank you.
Your Honor, would I have an opportunity to cross Mr. Eudoro?
Of course you do. Mr. Eudoro, I apologize.
Yes.
I neglected to give Ms. Hayden an opportunity to cross-examine you, just like I gave you the opportunity to cross-examine Ms. Riley. So now it will be your turn to cross-examine. Now it will be Ms. Hayden's turn to cross-examine you, should she have any questions. Ms. Hayden, it appears you do have some cross-examination questions for Mr. Eudoro, so please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Eudoro.
Good afternoon.
You are aware that the commission received a notice of cancellation from your insurance company, correct?
Literally, I'm not, to be honest, I don't.
Okay. And did you receive a letter from the commission providing that notification that your insurance would be canceled?
I don't receive anything. I only think what I receive is like this email yesterday, like around 3 or 4 p.m. That only thing what I got from your side, and yeah, that's all I know.
And to your knowledge, no form showing that you have that proper insurance coverage had been filed with the commission. Is that right?
But I do. We filed like my insurance company, my insurance agent. They filed with the PUC, the one where you show on the screen. They told me that like they do by themselves. Like when we get insurance from them, they do everything with you with the state of like PUC. They do their job, but what they give for us is just like insurance, and they email to us after they've send you everything with you, and that's all I know, to be honest. That's the one where you asked me. I didn't get any email. I didn't get anything like later. The only thing I got is yesterday's email.
You don't have anything currently from your insurance company since the suspension letter was sent. Is that right?
Oh, today morning I called for them, and they told me that after the end of this parade, like after this insurance parade, you need to find another, insurance, commercial insurance. So until the end of this parade, still you are fine. And if they ask you like PUC Comshida department, you are welcome to let us. The only thing, that's all they told me this morning. I spoke with them.
And were you able to write down Marquita Riley's phone number?
Yes, I can.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, and again, apologies for not remembering to give you the opportunity to cross-examine Mr. Eudoro, Ms. Hayden. Thank you, Mr. Eudoro. You are excused, but again, I would urge you to stay until the very end of the hearing to hear an advisement that might be of help to you. So you may turn your camera off now, this time for real. And let's move on to Mr. Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert, it is now your opportunity to let me know everything you would like me to know and consider in this case. Mr. Gilbert, I believe you're still connected. Let me see. Yeah. You're still showing as muted. If you could kindly unmute yourself and turn your camera on, that would be helpful. Mr. Gilbert, are you there?
Okay, sorry. Where's timing? Okay. Yes, I'm here. Let me do my.
Mr. Gilbert, would you please turn your camera on?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Of course, thanks. It looks like you muted yourself again. Okay, you're unmuted.
Okay, am I on the camera now? It's showing me.
Not showing me yet.
All right, I'm trying to. Not used to this thing.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Gilbert, would it be helpful if I let you try to address the technical difficulties and come back to you in a couple? Oh, here we go.
Hey.
Okay. So, Mr. Gilbert, are you able to please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth?
Yes. That is true.
Would you kindly spell your last name for the record?
Last name is Gilbert, Gilbert.
Thank you. You may put your hand down, of course. I'm sorry about that. Now, if you would let me know whatever it is that you want me to know, that would be great.
Okay. I mean, I've been on the phone with my insurance, I don't know, every day for a while now, and trying to get them to file it. They keep saying it's been filed with motor division, and it's obviously not, because I continue to keep checking with them and they keep continuing to tell me that it has been done. And I don't know what else to do at this point other than canceling their insurance and going to somebody else. But I've got all my paperwork showing that I'm all up to date on payment. I've got everything about as taken care of as I can do, but because it's out of my hands, there's nothing I can do at this point other than drive out to their facility and put their fingers on the keyboard to get it done. You know, I mean, they called me just a couple moments ago while I was on the phone here with you guys, asking them to send me anything that's like evidence, because they said we just finished it, it went through, and I'm like, but when I check the system, it still says suspended. So obviously you guys haven't done it. I don't know what else to do at this point. I mean, it's driving me crazy. They keep saying it's a 24-hour turnaround. I'm like, okay, but obviously it's not done yet again. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys need from me to insure. I mean, I've got my insurance. I can share you all the photos. I can log in. I can even three-way call them in right now and they'll verify that.
All right.
It needs to be in the system.
Understood. Anything else?
No, I mean, outside of, me, I can send you my verification of insurance. I mean, until it's filed with the state, I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Understood. Ms. Hayden, do you have any cross-examination for Mr. Gilbert?
No, Your Honor. Staff will rely on Mr. Gilbert's testimony that he has not filed with the PUC.
Thank you. And Mr. Gilbert, have you been able to note Ms. Riley's phone number?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. That's an important number you might wanna keep and follow up on later. Anything else from you, Mr. Gilbert?
I mean, there's nothing else I can do outside of continuing to bug and call them over and over again until I can get a little bit of urgency. The fact that I'm about to lose my business over them just doing a simple log on and completing a task that I would feel would be a normal job.
I understand. Since I let Mr. Gilbert make another statement, Ms. Hayden, do you still not have any cross for Mr. Gilbert?
That's correct, Your Honor. I do not.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, I understand everything you've told me, Mr. Gilbert. Again, I would urge you to wait until the end of the hearing to hear an advisement that I will be making. Otherwise, you're excused. You can also watch the stream. You can get disconnected. It seems you're busy and in the middle of something, so you may disconnect and watch the stream of this the live stream of this hearing on YouTube. But again, I will be making an advisement at the end of the hearing, so you might want to stick around for that. Thank you very much for your testimony. You're excused. Appreciated.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. Mr. Omar, you may turn your camera off, Mr. Gilbert. Mr. Omar, would you please turn your camera on and unmute yourself?
I don't have a camera. I'm just on the phone.
You do not have a camera? You do not have a working camera?
No, this is a phone call. No, I don't have a camera.
Okay. All right. Let's do this then. I will ask you to raise your hand. So I'm asking that you please raise your hand, and I will ask you a question. Do you swear your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth, Mr. Omar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you for that. You may put your hand down. And you are welcome to tell me everything you want me to consider in this case.
Yes, Your Honor. On November 9th, my insurance was canceled by, I don't know, by the commission or certainly I never had any notice from my company, which was State Farm. But I got this letter late from my neighborhood and 5 days ago. So I thought I had insurance until I get this one. I do have insurance, but not the one you wanted. So this one I'm here. So I request from you kindly to give me a more 1 or 2 more weeks to get a proper insurance. The one you want. I have insurance, but just the business one, the limo one.
I understood. Understood. Anything else you would like me to consider, Mr. Omar?
No.
Okay. All right. Now I will give Ms. Hayden an opportunity to cross-examine you. Ms. Hayden, do you have any cross-examination for Mr. Omar?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I will ask you, Mr. Omar, whether you've had the opportunity to note Ms. Riley's phone number.
Yes, I have. I'm the one who requests first. So,
okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just making sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate your testimony. And just as I said to the previous respondents, you're welcome to leave, but I will make an important advisement that might help you avoid revocation of your permit or authority. So you are welcome to, again, stay connected or watch this hearing on the live stream to view the advisement I will be making, I think, shortly. Again, thank you again. Mr. Rhoda, would you please unmute yourself? And
before you go,
I'm sorry?
Before you, this is Omar again. Should I go or should I stay?
You're excused, but again, I would urge you to stay and listen to the very end of this hearing, where I'll make an advisement that might help you avoid revocation of your permit or authority.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You can also view this hearing on a live stream on YouTube. But if you're not sure how to do that, I would just advise. I think it would be in your interest to wait just a few minutes and listen in. Mr. Rhoda, would you please turn your camera on and unmute yourself? Would please raise your right hand, Mr. Rhoda? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth?
Yes.
Mr. Rhoda, I am now ready to listen to everything you want me to consider in this case. It is your turn to testify and tell me everything you want me to know.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I got the permit on last month in October, and I didn't start the business at all. So I called to my insurance and I requested to cancel my insurance because I was paying like $701 per month. So I was looking, less expensive insurance. So I decided to cancel from Progressive Insurance, and I already have personal insurance on State Farm, but the Progressive one was commercial. So only for commercial, I was paying $731. So that was so expensive for me, and I decided to cancel and looking less expensive insurance. And after getting that insurance, my intention was to send the document to PUC, but I got this email yesterday.
Okay. Anything else you would like me to know?
Yeah, I didn't start the business at all. I'm not running, I'm not giving any service with this business name DAS.
Okay. Anything else?
I need more time to find less expensive insurance and to send the document to PUC.
Understood. Understood.
That's all, you know.
Okay. Ms. Hayden, do you have any and Mr. Rhoda, did you have an opportunity to note Ms. Riley's phone number?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. It might be of help to you in the future as you try to come into compliance. Ms. Hayden, do you have a cross-examination for Mr. Omar?
No, Your Honor, for Mr. Rhoda, I do not.
I'm not sure what I said, but I meant to say Mr. Rhoda. I apologize, Mr. Rhoda. Mr. Rhoda, I appreciate your testimony. As I've mentioned to the other respondents, you may you can turn your camera off, but you might stick around for a few more minutes for me to until I make the advisement, because again, it will be helpful. I might be helpful as if you are trying to avoid revocation of your permit or authority.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Lapidov, would you please unmute yourself and turn your camera on and raise your right hand?
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Lapidov. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Lapidov, please spell your last name for the record.
Yes, it's Latipov.
Okay, so I was saying it wrong. Latipov.
Latipov, correct.
Latipov.
Yes.
Thank you. You're now welcome to tell me everything you want me to know.
Your Honor, I don't know what this was about. So basically, I applied for the PUC and I got the insurance. I never ran the company, and then I paid for first month. I don't know, did I need to do anything else?
Okay.
That was my.
Okay. So you're all right.
And I stopped. I didn't. What is it?
Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Please tell me anything you wanted me to know.
I mean, I guess that's it.
Okay. All right. Ms. Hayden, do you have a cross-examination for Mr. Latipov?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Latipov, as I mentioned to the other respondents, you may stick around for a few more minutes until I make my advisement. And again, I'm pleased. Do you, Mr. Latipov, do you have Ms. Riley's phone number? Did you
do.
know it when she gave it?
I do. I just
Okay.
wanted to know, Your Honor, is my like a license? I mean, is suspended? Is my PUC?
Well, say you're one of the respondents against whom staff is seeking to move forward with revocation in this proceeding. So it is not revoked yet, but it will be if you don't take the appropriate action. What the appropriate action is, you will, if you haven't already heard through the testimony of Ms. Riley, you will hear it again from me in a few minutes. But again, the point of this hearing is for you to tell me anything that you want me to know in this proceeding, and then you can, if you need to square away whatever issues you have and submit whatever documentation, or for your agent to submit whatever documentation we have, you can do so after the hearing. But if you have nothing else to testify about, we can, I believe, move on.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. Again, my advisement at the end of the hearing and Ms. Riley's testimony might be very helpful. So hopefully you've noted Ms. Riley's phone number, and you will stick around for a few more minutes. You may, thank you for your testimony. You may turn your camera off and mute yourself. And Mr. Varela, I believe you are the last respondent. If you would please unmute yourself, turn your camera on, and raise your right hand.
All right, I don't have a camera. My name is Joaquin Varela, Varela.
Very good. I appreciate you spelling your name for the record. Well, please raise your right hand.
Okay.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will give will be the truth?
Yes.
You may put your hand down, and you're now welcome to testify and tell me everything you want me to know about your situation.
My situation is I'm going through a divorce right now, and my wife canceled the policy, and I'm getting a new insurance. I'm looking for it as we speak. I barely seen the emails last night that I had court today at 12 o'clock because we have a business together, so I finally got into the business email. So I'm looking for quotes right now. I just need maybe 2 weeks, and I should have it maybe less than 2 weeks. I'll have the coverage back on. I just hope you guys could work with me. That's what's going on with me.
Okay. Understood. Anything else?
Nope, that's it, sir.
Ms. Hayden, any cross-examination for Mr. Varela?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Varela. You're excused. But again, I would and actually one last question, Mr. Varela. Do you have Ms. Hayden's phone number?
Yes, I do. Can I repeat it just to make sure I got the right?
Would you please? Ms. Riley, if you could please give us a verbal or a verbal yes, if that's your number, that would be great. Please go ahead, Mr.
303-894-5951.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good. Now I thank you very much for your testimony, Mr. Varela. You're excused, but I would ask that you stay just a couple more minutes as I'm making a final advisement. I will just explain the next steps. I will take this matter under advisement and issue a written recommended decision. That decision will not be effective immediately. It will be effective 20 days after it is mailed. The mailing date will be stated on the first page, at the top of the first page of the recommended decision. So you should pay close attention to the mail date. You should also make sure that the commission has the correct mailing address for your company or companies. My written recommended decision will be sent by US mail. The decision will include information on what you can do to avoid revocation of each of the respondents' respective authorities or permits. I do not know when exactly the written recommended decision will be mailed, but as I've already noted, you will have 20 days from the mail date to take action before the decision becomes a final commission decision. Again, thank you all for the presentation and for appearing here today. This will conclude the hearing. Everybody have a good afternoon. We are adjourned.